So, Tom, I watched a movie that you watched in the theaters, and,
No.
and
No, 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 no.
I don't want to say that I've been avoiding this movie, but I've probably been avoiding this movie. And this is Halloween, the movie that came out in 2007, directed by one of your favorites, Rob Zombie. Have you heard of this, Tom? I know you have because you saw it in the theaters.
I definitely did not, and I know how I look, and I'm not a Rob Zombie fan.
Okay. Have you seen this one though, Tom?
Yeah, I saw it a few years like man,
When it came back to the theaters.
no, man. Like shit. Maybe let's say 10 years after it came out, maybe more, just because fuck it, I'm watching all the Halloween movies.
And that was my thing too. I was like, hey, I've watched them all. I skipped his shit and watched that other shitty trilogy that came out. It's the spooky season. Let me go ahead and bite the bullet on fucking Rob Zombie's Halloween. So the thing with this one is it gives us backstory on young Michael Myers, little boy Michael Myers, and how his mom was a stripper and his mom had some boyfriend there that was just maybe, I don't know, like why would she have this guy around? That shit didn't make any sense, but it's a Rob Zombie thing. Like all this part is pure Rob Zombie and it comes off as Rob Zombie. So it's just like all the cussing and all the stupid ugly shit that he does in his movies. It's just like it's garbage.
Stereotypical vulgar hillbilly hayseed shit. That's
Yeah.
white trash, fucking, crust punk. Look at Rob Zombie, and that's what it is.
And so
Like, do you remember like the build up to this movie and
no.
everything going on the internet? People, people knew what it was going to be before it was even out there, Joe.
So I didn't when I saw House of a Thousand Corpses, I thought that was one of the worst movies I ever saw. You know.
We talked about that last year when Lori was watching it on Halloween or one of the days before. I remember liking it, but I've seen other Rob Zombie movies after that, so I was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna never go back and watch this so I can still say that, yeah, I like it. But Lori started watching that. I was just like, yeah, the Captain Spaulding stuff's pretty good. And then when that's over, oh my God, I had to leave and walk away just so I can just say, yeah, oh, it's all right.
What's the second one on that?
The Devil's Rejects.
So that,
Horrible.
like, I thought, well, it's got a little potential, and then it just fucking turned it into garbage. It's just fucking the same shit. A bunch of yelling, a bunch of fucking like cussing just for the sake of cussing. And I'm no fucking prude. I don't care. People can cuss all they want, but it just didn't do anything to make a story, you know.
I mean, it's Rob Zombie, It's Rob Zombie is fake cool. He does, everything he can to make you think, oh, he's this cool guy. He's this spooky, cool monster kid guy. Isn't he so edgy and cool? Really, he's, little twerp guy doing yoga and shit.
So yeah, the first 30-40 minutes, I guess, it's telling us the backstory of Michael Myers. His fucking he's into monster shit. He loves Halloween, loves to wear a mask. He feels like a different person when he wears a mask. uh in between that, he's mutilating, animals and stuff, because that's what serial killers do. And you got to establish that with him. Uh, they cast ugly kid. Hey, kudos to you for casting this ugly kid to play this role. He's an adult, so I can say that, now. I don't know. He was well, anyway.
And he walked up and you went, ugh.
Yeah. Hey, you got any hip hop stuff? No, I don't, dude. Uh, yeah, back to the movie. He's getting bullied too, because people that get bullied turn into serial killers. Uh, he kills his bully and then goes back home and kills everybody at home except for his little sister and his mama. And then he gets put away in some asylum, and there, they got Danny Trejo mopping the floors. That's what he does, of course. He's Hispanic. That's Hispanic Heritage Month ended yesterday. But yeah, and Roddy McDowell is like doing his like therapy, but he ain't doing shit. He's just talking to him. Sherry Moon Zombie, the mom, comes and visits every once in a while and reminds him, like, hey, your mom's a whore. And, it just gets him more mad and mad. And what this kid does, Tom, his therapy's not working. He learns to make masks. He learns to make masks. That's what these fucked up kids do. They grow up and they start making masks. And he makes a company, DWNProductions.net, and he's selling masks out of his cell, doing okay. I wouldn't say it's a success, but he's doing okay. And then one night it's just like, you know what? I miss my sister. Decides to break the fuck out. And then he does, and from there, it's a remake of John Carpenter's movie. It's pretty much, he has a template to follow, and he follows it, and it is pretty much the exact same movie from that point on.
But edgier and more brutal.
Edgier, and yeah, Danielle Harris, has her flat chest out there, with blood, and it looks pretty sexy, I gotta admit. And then the other girl, Scott Taylor Thompson, whatever the fuck. I mean, she's done some nasty OnlyFans shit because I looked her up after watching it. Of course, that's what I do. I look up the lady, and she's done some nasty shit, but she didn't do any nudity in this. And it's like, well, I mean, didn't you make enough money from this to not do that later? But
So you can't just say nasty shit. What does that mean?
well, I guess it's nasty to me because I don't find her attractive.
Was
I
she shitting on a guy? Is she McMahon some guy?
normal shit, the normal OnlyFans stuff. I guess if I found her attractive, I thought, hey, all right, that's good. But I don't. I think she's, trashy, I guess. But yeah, the movie's just like Michael Myers, just like killing everybody, just like the first one. They have the same thing. The references to the thing from another world is in there.
But it's brutal.
I guess it's brutal. I guess, Yeah, I mean, I think if they wouldn't have had all that fucking backstory, that first 30, 40 minutes, and just had this, here's your remake, I think it would have worked a lot better. But it's still not, not as good as the original, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck about this movie anymore. If people like it, good. I don't give a fuck. Um, it's not the original movie, which is fine because I mean, why would you make the same movie then you just have the Vince Vaughn Psycho? So I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't like it. The original Halloween's cool, but yeah, I don't give a fuck about this. It's like everything that I like about the original Halloween is not in this one.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to DWNProductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time.